So what's your message this morning to the Prime Minister, who is not engaging with them, who has the chance to negotiate out of it?
Look, it's a matter for politicians how they choose to engage with this issue. Our responsibility is to uphold the law and balance the interests of all concerned. That is very challenging in this situation.
But you're saying without that dialogue happening, your job is made that much harder and the risk to your staff actually increases as you may need to move in.
We are engaging with protesters about the manner of the protest. Generally speaking, the best resolutions in these situations will come from that kind of engagement, and that's what we will focus on. But there has to be a line here. This can't go on indefinitely. The blocking of the roads is causing an unacceptable impact, and that's why we're focusing there first.
Is it your understanding and the intelligence reports that I'm sure you're receiving and passing on to the Beehive, is it your understanding that this is primarily about the mandates?
It's hard for me to speak for the group, and you've seen some communication coming out that purports to be representative of the group. What we have seen is a very wide range of interests. Some people we're able to engage with, others less so, but we will continue to endeavour to resolve this in dialogue with those who are open to dialogue.
Okay, so it's what you're saying is you haven't seen any evidence that the mandates is the things that's uniting them, because we've had, political academics go down there, we've had journalists go down there, and that's been the consistent theme, that it's the mandates that unites them.
Yeah, it's not really our place to get into the substantive issues of the protest.
No, but you do, I'm sure, Commissioner, provide advice to your minister about the nature of these protests, and I'm sure you've got intelligence reporting going to your minister. So what I'm asking you is for an assessment of the cause.
We've certainly seen communication from the group very focused on mandates. We've seen communication on a range of other issues, be it Three Waters, Ban 1080, a whole range.
But mainly mandates.
Mandates has been a common thing.
OK. All right. This is interesting because the Prime Minister has come out and written them off as a whole bunch of other things. So, again, I come back to this idea that the power's in the Prime Minister's court, isn't it? If we're to avoid you guys going in, risk to your staff, the Prime Minister, the easiest thing for you as the Commissioner would be for the Prime Minister to pick up the phone, call one of these guys or send down one of her ministers to try and start a line of negotiation to get this thing ended.
The easiest thing for me would be if this group of protesters would protest lawfully so that it didn't require police involvement. That looks like clearing the roads, the structures around Parliament, the range of problems that sit there. That's where I have to focus my effort.
Did you tell Trevor not to play the music and just do the sprinklers?
I'm not going to go in to comment on any actions there other than to say that wasn't a police tactic.
Other than to say what? Sorry, I missed that.
It wasn't a police tactic.
Right. Did you tell him not to, though?
I'm not going to... It's not for me to comment on another branch of government, least of all the Speaker, so I'm just going to leave that there. OK. Would
you say to anyone, henceforth, that it's probably not a good idea to agitate protesters by playing music and by putting water on them, sprinklers on them?
With our police tactics, we are aiming to bring about a successful resolution. We will exercise careful judgment about when we escalate and when we don't. Clearly, this can't go on forever. We are looking for serious movement from this group to mitigate the impacts of this protest on people going about their lives.
Another challenge for authorities is the legality of towing these vehicles. Cars that are occupied cannot be towed. Another challenge for authorities is the legality of towing these vehicles. Cars that are occupied cannot be towed. Another challenge for authorities is the legality of towing these vehicles. Cars that are occupied cannot be towed. Another challenge for authorities is the legality of towing these vehicles. Cars that are occupied cannot be towed.